Hello everyone, my name is Roya and today I'm going to be talking about overhyped books. Now these are the books that I think are a little bit overhyped, and while I don't necessarily think all of them are bad or that you shouldn't read them, I'm not trying to offend anybody. These are just books that I don't really feel are deserving of the amount of hype that they get. First overhyped book is The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and I guess I just don't get it. They made a movie, the second movie is coming out, and that book isn't even really about anything. Like, it's just a book. It doesn't really have a good significant plot. It honestly just kind of bored me because nothing really happened in it, and I'm not really sure why it's getting the hype that it gets. Next, some people are gonna hate me for this, I'm really sorry, but the next book that I think is overhyped is The Night Circus. And I actually read this book before I was ever on BookTube or anything, and before I was getting my book recommendations off of BookTube, and I actually loved the first half. Like, the first half of the book was amazing. But the second half of it, I felt like the love story just kind of ruined it. Like, I was really looking forward to seeing this awesome like duel to the death between the two main characters, and then they just had to go ruin it by falling in love. Like, geez, I don't know, man. But no, I felt like the love story kind of came out of nowhere, and the main characters didn't even have that many scenes together before they started just falling in love out of nowhere. And so I felt like it was kind of instant romance at its finest, and I did not like the second half of the book pretty much because of that. Like, even though the first half of the book was amazing, the whole love story just ruined it for me. And I know BookTube as a whole is kind of in love with that book, and I don't see why, really. Next book that I find to be a little bit overhyped is Paper Towns. And while I do really enjoy John Green's writing style, and I can see why, why the book got some attention and everything, it's John Green that's popular, not necessarily the plot of the book. But, so I've read two John Green books, Paper Towns and An Abundance of Catherines. And An Abundance of Catherines was a really good, like, thought-provoking story with all kinds of depth to the characters. And then Paper Towns, which is basically just like, it had less developed characters, less character development, less plot overall, and that ends up being a really popular movie, and it's a much more popular book than An Abundance of Catherines ever was. And I guess I just don't get it. I don't know. Like, it's not a bad book. I felt like it dragged towards the end especially, but I don't think it was bad at all, but I just don't get it, I guess. Next one, a lot of people are probably gonna hate me too, but it is I'll Give You the Sun. And I did like that book. Like, I didn't dislike it at all. I mean, it just wasn't that good. It just, maybe it's just my dislike of contemporaries, but I felt like it didn't do anything for me. Next one is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, and that book was hyped as hell when it came out. Again, just like I'll Give You the Sun, I really did like it. I just didn't feel it, you know? Next is We Were Liars, and that book, again, like, it was good, but I actually found it to be really draggy for like most of it, and so I just didn't see the appeal that much. And lastly, we have the Ruby Red trilogy, and again, that was a good series. I really did like reading it and everything. So many series that I feel are more deserving of the hype that Ruby Red got. Anyway, those are the books that I feel are overhyped. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you agree, disagree, all that stuff in the comments, and I will see you with another video very soon. Bye!